complicated. 2 steps forward and 3 steps back.
Hey all, it's Tony Volpicello here, and welcome to the Career Jigsaw Podcast and our special series of mini episodes, Jigsaw Gems. In this series, we're spotlighting one piece of best advice ever given from friends of the podcast. In today's episode, we feature a familiar voice joining us again, but I'll let her do the honors of introducing herself. What I will say is that I'm really excited about the topic she brought to the table. It's one we actually built a full episode around, and honestly, I think most of us, your host included, feel this one in our everyday lives. So let's dive in. Here's Jigsaw Gems number 14.
Hi, Tony. Thanks for reaching out about this segment. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of awesome advice given. My name is Leanne. I'm a mental health therapist, and I was a guest on Season 3, Episode 2 of the podcast. One of the best pieces of advice I received was in graduate school. I was just starting my first counseling internship, and I was really struggling with imposter syndrome, which is the idea that your accomplishments aren't valid, that you don't know what you're doing, and you're afraid of being exposed as a fraud. I was very open about this with my peers and mentors. Some days it was so bad I would even panic Google how to be a therapist before some of my sessions, like I hadn't completed 2 years of master's level coursework in my field or participated in competitive interviews for my internship placement. My supervisor at the time told me imposter syndrome is normal. Some of the best therapists she knows has struggled with it. She said, honestly, I think the people who don't have imposter syndrome are probably the ones who should have it. This advice has continued to help me years later and even now as a fully licensed therapist. Sometimes I'm intimidated by the issues I'm supporting my clients with, but instead of panic Googling these days, I take a breath and remember that I am qualified. I worked hard to be where I am, and I am absolutely not a fraud. I think it's so important for other young professionals to hear this as they work toward their career goals. Thanks so much.
Hey, so first, a big thank you to Leanne for today's advice and for joining me back in Season 3. This is a topic that doesn't get talked about nearly enough, and I'm really glad she opened up about her experience with imposter syndrome. I loved hearing how she worked through it, and her comment about the people who don't feel it, but probably should, absolutely made me smile. And if this is something you relate to, just remember this: you are not alone. So listeners, I hope this episode helps you in some way. And if you've ever received a great piece of advice and you want to share it with our audience, you can be part of an upcoming episode too. Here's how. Just record a quick voice memo or audio message about 1 to 2 minutes long, telling us who gave you the advice, what it was, and how it impacted you. That's it. Then send it to me by text at 516-330-9362. Again, that's 516-330-9362. Or email it to me directly at thecareerjigsaw, all one word, @gmail.com. Again, thecareerjigsaw@gmail.com. And if you like the podcast, please follow us on your favorite platform so you can be notified of new episodes. And check out our website at thecareerjigsaw.com. We've got great resume advice, interview tools, and direct links to the podcast. And to close out today's episode, I leave you with this quote: "You are not required to be perfect to be deserving." As always, thanks so much for listening. More to come. Be safe, all.